house one time, opened up his shirt to absorb all our AC. To be honest, it's not even that hot outside, so it's fine, really. Do whatever you want.
Ryder D finished up second last time we went racing. Your third place finisher would have been Mark Phineas, and we are up and running.
Romano, a good start right from the inside. I don't think it's enough for a whole shot, but he's just going to edge ahead now and get that #1 spot. And DeFrancesco right there on the outside, so we get a good setup. Ryder D pulls in right behind him.
Yeah, this has not been, even though he's only finished in second, that's fantastic. Ryder D is not used to finish in second, and he is going for it right there, blood in the water. Ryder D, that little bit of a miscue by Romano, and Ryder D has taken over the point, but for how long, Jason Wygant?
Long enough, because he's into the lead. He's got it completely locked down right now. Watch Braxton Kiefer also there on the Suzuki. RM Army in third, but this is the Moto DeFrancesco has been waiting for. Got second in Moto 1. Look at that, leaping big through that triple to try to extend the lead.
Yeah, Ryder D needs to get this Moto win. That'll be a 2-1 Moto score, and if Romano finishes with that 1-2, they'll be all tied up just like Deegan and Bennick.
Yeah, man, this is good stuff. Boy, he has put the afterburners to it already, pulling a big gap. Romano's going to have to regroup.
Wow, good line choice there. Ryder D really going after a sprint lap for him, trying to demoralize. There's your third place rider, number 12, Parker Ross. He finished 5th in the first Moto. He is 3rd now. And Ross and the number 15 Suzuki of Revin Gordon. Gordon not really a factor. He's 4th now, but 15 in the first Moto.
Yeah, he was actually close as they got to the 10 Commandments to second place, but now he's getting pushed back one position. Revin Gordon, another one gets by him. Bad line choice there going to the outside. You can see the track a little bit slick as they threw some water down. So you really got to be careful with what lines you select. Got to inspect that properly on the sight lap to know exactly what to do on lap 1.
You can hire a good line inspector. They are out there. They'll
only $300
certify your lines to make sure they're good and healthy and safe to ride on.
It's Parker Ross, who I believe has moved into 3rd on that number 12. You called it, Kevin, moving forward. Let's see if he can put a challenge to Romano, who's in 2nd. I cannot believe DeFrancesco built a 3.5-second gap in 1 lap.
Yeah, he's having a great first lap here, a 151.1 for Ryder D, and this is a statement moto right here. He wants to crush the souls of all these riders right here.
Mark Phineas coming around the outside on the 51. He's trying to get 3rd. Wow, he carried a lot of speed. Will it be enough? No, that line is too long around the outside. Despite all that speed, he could not overcome the 12 of Ross. We're going to try it again. Into the 10 Commandments. Parker Ross on the 12. Phineas on the 51, and Revin Gordon on the Suzuki, now back to 5th. Phineas on the outside. Still can't make the pass. He's taken several shots at it.
Yeah, that line doesn't work on the outside unless you're going to triple, and he's not tripling, so it's not going to work for you. Although we saw Bennick and Deegan double and then triple in those whoops on the 85, so it can be done.
I did. I watched it on Deegan's YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you were watching it live? He was
watching it live on his broadcasting. That's how I called that Moto.
So his broadcast had 12 million viewers of his Moto, huh?
Yeah, it was just growing. Loretta Lynn's finally getting on the map.
Courtesy of Hayden
Deegan. They had it so dialed in down there, they just kept the GoPro. They just positioned the helmet and kept the GoPro running so they could shoot the podium interview.
That's a pros pro. They're pros. Yep. They know what they're doing. There's a look at the number 12, Parker Ross. His mom, Betsy, back in the pits there.
Wow.
Sewing flags together. That's their little side hustle they've got going on there.
She sews bibs.
Sews bibs for all the little riders. And Phineas is right there. Revin Gordon back in the number 5 spot. And Preston Don Bays flew.
Woo! That's 7th. Braxton Kiefer, Ryder McNabb, and Colin Allen back in 10th. This battle for 3rd continues to rage on. DeFrancesco and Romano have checked out, but D keeps pulling it out. Ryder D's got it to 6 seconds. Parker Ross is proving he can ride with some pressure. This is unbelievable, this battle.
It's been a full 2 laps now. Ross on the inside, and he's still able to barely hold on to that number 3 spot. Ah, Phineas is right there.
That's 2 KTMs becoming 1 right now. They have been within inches of contact.
Yep.
Oh,
they got the Phineas
feet off the pegs. And that slowed him just enough. Ross continues to fight forward, trying to ignore what's going on behind him and hold on to that 3rd place spot.
So the inside is where he wants to be, the number 12 of Ross. Phineas runs that outside line. But all the while, Ryder D has opened it up to almost 7 seconds over Nicholas Romano. So another good stage being set. That third and final moto, they'll be tied up, assuming everything stays the same. Good Lord.
Is that, or Phineas? Is that what we're going with? We're going with Phineas?
Phineas, and Ferb.
Okay. Side by side, either way, but Ross. I can pronounce that one right. Ross on the inside. Finally, the 51 of Phineas finally able to take that third place spot. That was probably the 8th pass attempt. Ross did a spectacular job riding under pressure, but that might be all he has. It takes a lot of energy to ride that way, but a valiant effort to try to cling to that third place spot. Now the question is, can Phineas go after second place Nick Romano, and that could have championship implications if he can do it. That's what I thought. Phineas was third in Moto 1. If he could get up there and challenge Romano here in Moto 2, could be a championship player in his own right. We could be looking at 3 riders with a chance at it as we head to Moto 3.
Wow, look at the lap times, 206s, 205s, but then Ryder D with that 202. He did it on lap 3. The Ryder D just absolutely dropping the hammer on these guys. 9 seconds out front.
Man, he figured something out compared to yesterday where he was good, but today he has been great. Almost a 10-second lead. Romano had been dominant yesterday, winning 2 different motos in 2 different classes. Yeah, he did it once here in Mini Senior, and then he rode his Mini Senior in the 500 Vet 30 plus class.
So
it was kind of weird.
Classes.
Yeah, it was kind of strange to see him race the 500 Vet 30 class.
Brought that class back for one day.
The 500 class.
Yes.
Yep.
It's my little brother raced that. He was 15.
They have it here. 500.
Yep. You gassed the bike 3 times.
And just
3 different spots. You just burp. And it will take you 5 straightaways and slow down about 60. Burp.
Flywheel way.
Piston goes up and down about 12 times a minute.
Yeah. When you kick start it, that's actually the fastest RPM that bike ever turns.
Really thick viscosity of the oil in there.
Hey, I got to thank the folks over at Yamaha. Went over to their tech support.
Oh, yeah.
Got a complete redesign of the front end of this PW of mine. I'm not getting the full hookup. I got to pay for it, but the point is it's priceless because I could not do it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of parts they were slinging, bearings, races, collars, all kinds of stuff, sprucing the PW up. I finally got to experience what that's like. All the manufacturers have technical support here. You got a bike problem, they can fix it. Mike Duclos and the folks at Rock River Yamaha, it's basically like going to the parts counter at your dealership. They got the microfiche. They know exactly what you need, and they got an army of mechanics to put it together. That's not just Blue Crew. That's all the manufacturers. You don't get that at your local race. When you come into Loretta's, though, they want to see their riders succeed, and it's awesome to have that at your disposal.
And you're very lucky because typically they frown upon guys just bringing old bikes up here like
that have nothing to do with racing whatsoever.
Correct.
Yes.
They just
I ain't here to race.
Bikes like I got an 89 CR 125.
Yeah.
You boys might run through it real quick. Give me that good discount
riding in the grass.
I've been catching some wheelies back home. It don't really pick up catwalk good as it used to. So maybe you can give us some more bottom end. Maybe.
We need some jitting, catwalking. Need some jitting.
Some jitting. I didn't know it was even jet power until I looked at the manual.
Well, what I did was I didn't bring it over until after the first PW moto.
Oh, yeah.
So they probably don't know the difference.
Oh, how'd your kid do, man?
Yeah, just whatever, you know.
Not so good.
It was just whatever.
The bike's a little loose.
It was totally good before the moto.
I didn't know they had 3-digit numbers here. Oh, you don't have numbers. Yeah. That's so weird.
Yeah, 0. I had no numbers on the bike at all.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
We had it on the bib. That's all we needed. We got a transponder. We're good.
You're not gonna spend extra money to put stickers on a bike.
No. I did grab some free ones, and the bike is loaded with free stickers.
Sponsored by Monster, Fox, Answer, Thor, Dunlop, Hoosier.
Everyone. Yeah. Got all the every gear company. Yeah. Ryder DiFrancesco, you're seeing on the 99, has absolutely checked out, representing the Bakersfield gang. And Styles Robertson getting back on the board this week with some moto wins, or a moto win yesterday. So the Bakersfield crew, although Jet Reynolds is out this week, still trying to bring some gold medals back to California.
Jet's brother he's wrenching and helping Dylan Cunha in that number 55 in the C class. Yep.
Well, that's some gold medals as well. Whoa, wheeling out of the corner for Ryder D.
Catwalk there.
A little catwalk.
Why do they change it? It's a wheelie now. It used to be a catwalk. Why do they call it a catwalk?
I had no idea. I've never heard this catwalk term for a wheelie.
Right.
I know a catwalk like in the rafters of a stadium.
You've never heard catwalk on your bike?
Why is it a catwalk?
Everybody said that back home.
When you did a wheelie, they called it a catwalk.
Yeah, I'm going to go catwalk my bike down the road.
What?
There's people. It might very well be. I thought
thing.
everybody called it a catwalk, but it's like a 70s term. Help us out here. Hit me up on Instagram.
Do it on your banana seat BMX bike, doing a catwalk.
Yeah,
yep.
Schwinn Sting.
Yep, just like the beginning of On Any Sunday. I knew it. I knew that Fenice could make a run at Romano, and he's done it. It's taken 3 to 4 laps of just chipping away at it, He wants to be a title player as well. Wow. He's got him in his sights. This would be big. The 51 finished 3rd in the first Moto Fenice and now wants to go for 2nd in Moto number 2. Parker Ross still in 4th. Ryder McNabb 5th. Preston Basevlug is 6th. Colin Allen up to 7th. Trevor Collop 8th. Revan Gordon 9th. And Ivan Aldama Jr. 10th. Trip Rexroth is 11th. Hamden Hudson, Joey Arrico, Brandon Shaw, and Noah Viney round out the top 15. 20-minute moto, we're just past the halfway mark, so there's time for Fenice to make a run at Romano. Here's that battle. See Romano in the 41. Going to get around a lap rider here. Once Fenice cut that gap down, Romano's done a good job of holding it stable, but no. In these last couple of corners, Fenice really closed the gap. He had to work really hard to pass Parker Ross earlier to just get 3rd, but now that he is there, he wants 2nd, and we're ready to engage in a duel. Around the lap rider they go, the 41. And the 51, and Fenice going to try the outside line. He's going to finesse his way through those ruts.
I think Romano went down. Yep,
yes.
There it is, the yellow flag. The front end just dove in, and he looked like he was just too far over to bring that bike out. Oh, no.
This could be a disaster championship-wise for Romano. Fenice has taken over the lead. Well, sorry, 2nd in the moto, but that could be everything in the championship. Romano getting back on. Something looked wrong there with the bike, trying to see if everything's okay.
Another rider going down that same turn. That turn is gobbling the riders up. Wow. What an unfortunate mistake there for Nicholas Romano. He was still in this championship hunt.
Oh, yeah, he was looking at a 1-2 score, and that could have been a showdown in Moto 3, but now he's 4th. Parker Ross has moved forward to 3rd after the crash for Romano. So Romano now a 1-4. It has completely changed for Ryder DiFrancesco in this moto. 2nd in Moto 1, dominating here in Moto 2. His main title rival now back to 4th, and he'll be in a great championship position heading into Moto 3 if it ends like this. You're watching Romano here. He tipped it over. There was a good battle. He tried to stick to the inside, but Fenice working the outside, and he went down.
Man, what a good ride for Colin Allen. He is all the way up to 5th. He was in 11th.
Eating it up.
Eating it up like a cookie, right? The little cookie monster.
Whoa! Ryder down in front of Ryder D. But luckily, didn't slow him down too much. And in addition, he has a 15-second lead to work with, so that'll make it that much easier to negotiate those situations. Here it is. DiFrancesco taking it to the beach. Taking it to the beach. Taking it to the... Gnarly looking guy that sang incredibly not tough.
Not at all.
No.
You're like a truck driver or something.
Michael McDonald. Here we go over the Tunnel of Love. Is Ryder DiFrancesco. How much time is left? Love. Probably be a 2-lap board, I think, the next time around.
Wasn't that a Huey Lewis song, Tunnel of Love? That's the power of the Tunnel of Love.
No, Tunnel of Love was Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
I was just kidding. It was Power of Love, Tunnel of Love.
Oh, you just combined it?
Yeah.
It was a mashup. Yeah. You're like a DJ before it happened.
Yeah.
Into this power of love. Unbelievable, the mashup.
That's tough.
The Tunnel of Love. Yeah, there's a theme song to Back to the Future.
Yeah, I know.
The Tunnel of Love. Unbelievable. 51 for nice riding very well here. You see him diving in and out of these deep ruts.
Ricky from the Brett Downey Safety Foundation there on the middle of the track.
On and off the track.
Keep your head on the swivel. Never turn your back on your enemies.
Ricky now working for Fly Racing.
Yep.
Took the week off, took a week's vacation to come down here and still run things to the Brett Downey Safety Foundation. And a big upgrade. We got a lot of you see those big yellow markers and some of the lights on the faces of the jumps for safety's sake.
Sure.
And to help the flaggers here at Loretta. So Ricky helping arrange all that. Ricky was also working for the AMA for a while, but now over at Fly Racing. But still wanted to come to Loretta's and contribute. Finice in the 51 coming through.
Oof. Careful. Number 51 just walking it through there, Flintstoning it through that section.
Oh, it is orange. That's similar to the car colors and the, what'd you call that, the shirt that Fred wore? The tunic?
I think so.
I mean, it was orange, but I don't know what you would call it. It wasn't a
Furry,
shirt.
wasn't it?
But it was just like a...
Didn't have sleeves?
No sleeves. It's always showing the guns.
Always. Yeah, we're going completely off the rails here.
Yeah, this is not good. Let's get back onto the racing. I want to mention once again, new rider orientation starting in 10 minutes. Those are for new pros that'll be over at the Suzuki compound, and we have got a lot of new pros that'll be moving up, presumably at Unadilla, our next round of Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. So what this is just a session to explain all the things you'll need to know when you get to Unadilla, how sign-up works, how practice works, the motos work, credentials, just to make your life that much less stressful. You can focus on the racing instead. So anyone who's planning on turning pro here over these final few pro nationals, you can head over to Suzuki at 5:30. That's in 10 minutes for new pro rider orientation. There's a couple that already got orientated by racing a race or two. I saw Parker Mashburn at Redbud, Pierce Brown at WW Ranch, but still will be good for all those riders to go over and learn as much as they can.
So we got confirmation. I knew it wasn't crazy.
Okay.
Some of the folks listening in, a catwalk is when you stand up and pedal while doing a wheelie. I guess you look like a cat while it's trying to walk.
Really? The standing up pedal wheelie. That's one of the tougher ones.
The degree of
it's easy to do a wheelie
there.
on the seat.
Right. You use your weight and everything, but standing up, it's pure power.
Wow.
You're just putting the acceleration down.
Once they came out with mountain bikes and you started getting those granny gears, the world of wheelies changed tremendously. So new rider orientation coming up at Suzuki. And then a lot of things happening tonight. We'll have the MX versus ATV all-out tournament bracket showdown with 3 lap motos of the Loretta Lynn track that's now available for MX versus ATV all-out. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I got to see the game this morning. I was checking it out. It's so realistic. I'm saying the car is parked on the street next to the finish line.
Did you see you walking early that morning?
I was in the announcer's tower. I was watching it, but I was on it.
On it.
Yeah.
You're in it and you're watching it.
Then I walked over to see the game, and then they suddenly had me in a different position at the ranch while I was watching it. It was incredible. Yep. They have you, whatever you're doing, you're in it, doing it.
You're in it. You don't even know. It's Big Brother's watching you.
All the time.
There it is.
It's that red light on the front of your DVR at home. That's actually the government.
Watching what you're doing. And inserting that action into video games where your kids are.
Yeah, you think it's video games.
The Matrix.
It's actually facial recognition for government, for Russian spies. And you think it's for a video game.
Or that app we just all downloaded last week.
Yes, the Age app, which is just for Russian spies.
Here we go. The white flag is coming out at some point. I'm always confused when that graphic comes up on the screen. 99, Ryder D's going to race till he sees a checker flag. And, buddy, he has put together a great moto. Digging deep in this championship. Ryder D doing exactly what he needed to do. First moto he got second. He's got a first now. Romano back to 4th place. Colin Allen 6 seconds behind him. Nice ride for him. Phineas is 3rd. Ross is 2nd. Ryder D is leading this bad boy. And a heck of a comeback here for Ryder D. Turns his week around. Hey, we need these folks to report to the trackside office, please. Please report to the trackside office. Maria Cordero, John Ayers, Gregory Albertson, Brock Walker, Trenton Maggard, Brandon Kahlberg, Wyatt Thurman, and Lena Randolph. We need you folks to all please report to the trackside office. Again, Maria Cordero, John Ayers, Gregory Albertson, Brock Walker, Trenton Maggard, Brandon Kahlberg, Wyatt Thurman, and Lena Randolph. We need you all to please report to the trackside office. As the moto about to come to a close, Ryder DeFrancesco is handling business. The number 99 working on a championship. Looks over his shoulder. 24 seconds back down the racetrack, you'll find Parker Ross in the number 2 spot. He's on the 12 KTM. Mark Finesse is 3rd on the number 51 KTM. Romano has slid back to 4th. Ryder McNabb is 5th, and Colin Allen slips back to 6th. Preston Bassflug 7th, Trevor Cullop 8th, Miles Gilmore 9th, and Ivana Aldama Jr. rounds out your top 10. And Ryder D has done it. He goes 2-1. The big number 1 finger in the air. He earned that moto win. He is sitting good now going into the 3rd and final moto. That's why we race 3 motos. The Ryder D, Parker Ross, and Mark Finesse will round out your podium. Romano and McNabb round out your top 5. As we get ready to send it down to Jason Wygant, who has our top 3 riders. Jason, take it away, bud.
Well, that was a big bounce back. Moto 1, not bad in 2nd place, but this was absolutely dominant in Moto number 2. And they're going to get him set up. Got all the Kawasaki people here. And not only a gold medal, that's big, but also a couple of problems for the other riders in this championship fight, where Romano only ended up with a 4th. So that's going to make it that much better as far as the points are concerned for Ryder D. We'll give him the hat. The hair's long gone. It's just a regular haircut now. The distinctive long blonde locks, taking it seriously at Loretta's. Here we go, folks. A dominant moto win and the gold for Ryder DeFrancesco. Man, what was the difference between yesterday and today? Because you were on fire this time.
Yesterday wasn't my best day. I got 2nd in this moto. Wasn't too worried, and then went out in the next moto and DNF'd it. My bike had a malfunction, so came out in this moto, and I knew I could win it. I've won here so many times, so I just put my head down and got past the leader, and I knew I could pull away. So thank you to my Dunlop tires and my Pro Circuit and my Cali guys. I wouldn't do it without them. They're a big team, and they help a lot, and I couldn't thank anyone else.
Cool. Anybody else that you want to throw a shout out to?
Yeah, I won this for Ryan Holiday. He had to go home early, and put it on the box for him. So I'd like to thank my sponsors, Mom and Dad, Mama Kankakua. Couldn't do it without him with all his hard work. Jimmy John's, My Brothers Pizza, Scott Goggles, Dunlop Tires, the whole Monster Energy crew, Kawasaki Pro Circuit, everyone else, thank you.
There it is, gold medal, Ryder DeFrancesco. That's a big one for him. It'll put him in the driver's seat for the title going into the 3rd moto. 2nd place. Well, this dude has proven he can ride under pressure. He was facing it the whole moto, but he never wilted, and he's going to end up with the silver. Let's hear it for Parker Ross. Right out front. Parker, we had you in 2nd. You were battling with Mark the whole time. He got around you, then you ended up 2nd again. So just take me through how you ended up getting 2nd place back.
Yeah, I had the whole shot, then I got scared around the corner, and everybody just blew around me, so I was about 4th. And then I got tired in the beginning, but I just held through, and then Romano and Mark went down, and then I just held 2nd the whole race.
Awesome, man. So you were actually less tired at the end than the beginning when you're all tight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom and dad, my sister, Preston, Moto Logic, CP Racing, Testa, and Fly, Alpine Star Scott, and everybody else that helps me. Thank you so much.
There it is, Parker Ross, silver medal. And I think Phineas held on for third despite the crash. Phineas? All right, only took 19 errors to get it right. And what an awesome performance. He did move all the way up to second at one point. He's going to have to settle for the bronze, though. Let's hear it from Mark Phineas. Dude, you were riding so hard. You even caught Romano after a while. I know the tip over was probably not what you wanted, but you feel good about the riding?
Yeah, I rode a lot better than all my other motos.
What happened there with the crash?
The sun got my eyes for a second and just cross-rutted.
Yeah. Who do you want to thank?
I think my mom, my dad, 100%, Club of Men, Lynx Racing, Fly Racing, and that's it. Thank you.
All right, Mark Phineas ends up in third in that one. Nick Romano did get our whole shot award. I don't know if we can send Nick on up. I did see him pull the motorcycle in. I think he's under the tent getting cooled off. Tully's going to inspect the race-winning motorcycle. And, oh, man, you don't know how badly I could use that. Here he comes. Well, he had the whole shot, but this moto didn't work out the way he wanted, but we'll give him $100. Let's hear it for Nicholas Romano. You're a Bell guy, so you're happy with that. The start was good, but what happened? Not quite as sharp as the beginning of the other motos.
Yeah, I got the whole shot, ripped the gate. Was good, railed the first 2 turns, and then third turn, my back brakes completely went out. So I was pretty pissed. I was just straight to frame. I was trying my hardest. Not much you can do without back brakes, but and then I went down because I just couldn't stop. But yeah, I felt good. It sucks that happened, but I'd like to thank Monster Energy, Bell Helmets, my mom and dad, Renthal, Factory Connection, Pro Circuit, Maxima, DT1, Dunlop Shift, Mobius knee braces, Alpine Star boots, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
There it is, Nick Romano.